much for agreeing to interview with me.
Yeah, of course.
Um, so the first question I have is how did you, well, I guess state your name and what you do.
Okay. So my name is Marissa Lowe, and I own Simply Perfect Events. I am a wedding coordinator for brides in Virginia.
Okay. And how did you initially get started in the event planning business?
Um, so I could say about 2 springs ago, I went to Florida with my family, and I remember talking about my career, and I was going to Nova Community College, and I just kept saying, like, this is what I want to do. I was like, I'm really good at like planning things. I just planned my friend's baby shower at the time, so I was like, this is stuff that I could do. In the Stafford area, we have a platform called Stafford Talk, and it's basically anybody who lives around the Stafford County area where you can go on there and just ask questions and get feedback from people. And I remember asking, like, how do I get into the wedding industry? And somebody reached out to me, and we went out to coffee, and an hour and a half, just going over details of what she does and stuff like that. And we did that, and 2 months later, I started my own business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just did a bunch of research and went from there. Education-wise, I've just been doing classes, internships, and stuff like that.
Okay. Um, so how is it that you ended up deciding to start your own company rather than go to, say, like corporate event planning?
So I tried to get in with a planner, and it's just really hard. And now, as a wedding planner, I understand why. It's hard to have a big team with you when you don't need everybody or something like that. But I just realized that I didn't need everybody, and that nobody needed me. And I was like, the only way I'm going to learn is if I do it myself. So I just did a bunch of research and just decided to do it for myself. I just knew if I wasn't going to do it, nobody was going to help me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Um, so you kind of touched on this, but what kind of training or education did you receive in the event planning field?
Yeah. So I did Be Even Pages, and that's a business side for wedding planners to get their business together legally, stuff like that. And that's with a planner named Janelle Boyce. And then she holds a conference called the Planner Suite. So I did that conference as well. I did an internship with Numbered Events and stuff like that. I just did a lot of like research, blogs and podcasts. They just put information out there for free. So I spent days and days and days just going over that information. And this year I'm actually investing to go to creative outdoors.
Oh, wow. So you were just really self-motivated.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, and do you specialize in particular events?
Yeah, so I only do weddings, and I do what everybody calls it day of coordinating, but I call it wedding management.
Okay. What does that kind of entail? So you do the entire wedding process?
So I do the back, like the ending. So I do all the logistical work. So basically, I don't come in until the last 3 months of the wedding, and that's when I start kind of getting the details from what they've planned already. So I'll get all the vendors information. I'll get what their wedding colors and stuff like that. Very detailed stuff from them. And then about 45, 30 days prior, that's when we'll do our final walkthrough. And that's when I will start reaching out to the vendors and their time arrival, making sure they're bringing the stuff that they need to be bringing. And then about 15 days prior, I do another call with the bride to make sure I have everything. And then 7 days is when I really get into doing the timeline and the floor plan, making sure that stuff is set to go. And then I do the rehearsal with them, show them the best way to do it, stuff like that. A lot of these brides don't have their officiant come to rehearsals anymore. So wedding planners, coordinators are really responsible for doing their rehearsals now. And then on the day of the wedding, I'm there for, basically I run the timeline with all the vendors, everybody like that. So if they need help with table design, I won't do the table design, but if they bring the stuff with them, then I help set up tables and stuff like that. But basically running through the timeline that I've created.
Okay. Um, and how is it that you decided to focus solely on wedding planning rather than other types of events?
So other types of events, I feel like they're the clients who want those types of events aren't willing to spend the money with it. If you're going to hire me, then you need to have a professional caterer. You need to have money and tables and rentals and stuff like that. And they're not willing to put that money into it. Usually, they want to buy food from Costco or Panera and get plastic table linen from Party City. And I just realized that that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be more professional vendors instead of Party City and stuff like that.
Okay. Growing up, were you really interested in hosting your own parties or the parties of family
Yeah.
members?
Oh yeah, I planned everybody's birthday party. I mean, I remember the age of 13. I planned everybody's birthday party at my one friend's house. And she had a backyard pool, so we would have to do all our parties over there. I just remember at a very young age that I planned everything. My life was planned too.
Same. My planner's my whole life.
Yeah.
What's something about event planning that you think would surprise people?
Sorry, say that one more time.
What's something about event planning that you think would surprise people?
How much work goes into it. Clients especially don't think that they need a wedding coordinator, but then they realize after their wedding, like, oh my gosh, I should have had somebody go to the caterer and stuff like that. But I think people see it as like an extra expense instead of a stress-free event. My business is simply perfect because they want it to be simple to the bride so they can relax in the bridal suite as I handle all of those details. So a bunch of vendors aren't rushing into the bridal suite while you're trying to get ready.
So you also touched on this, but why should someone consider hiring an event planner?
They should consider hiring an event planner because you don't want to be doing all the work on your day. You don't want to remember stressing out about this table being set up and did Susie bring enough money? You don't want to worry about that stuff. You want to focus on, oh my gosh, I am marrying the person for the rest of my life. Like that's where you're supposed to be.
Okay. And since you run your own business, do you charge by type of event or by hours worked?
I do a set price. I struggle with this still a lot of trying to figure out how much I charge people. But I just did a competition analysis to see people around me how much they were charging and what they offered, and then just sitting down and figuring out what I wanted to be paid per hour. And then I sat and was like, oh, this wedding I put in 25 hours. Okay, what's my hourly rate? I did 25 hours. This is what I was doing. Every wedding is different, so you have to just really sit down and see how much hours you would potentially put in and compare it to other weddings.
Okay, so it just kind of depends on the type of wedding someone wants to have.
Right. So if somebody wants you to set up all their decor and stuff like that, you would be there much earlier than if they want you to be there at the first time the first vendor arrives. First vendors arrive usually about 4 hours before the wedding, so I usually arrive an hour before. But if they want the table set up, then I would show up like 3 hours before.
Okay. And what is typically the most expensive aspect of planning an event?
Planning an event or having a wedding?
Like for you, like do you
Where
pick
I
out the
my money.
decor? Yeah.
A lot of my money goes to like my website posts and my network, how much ads and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's just you don't realize how many like little things you have to pay for and get ready. It's just a lot.
And how do your clients find you since you are, your own business?
Word of mouth. I was working at a venue and I got my brides from that venue at first. And then I did those 4 weddings, and then those people referred me to other people. And then I did sell shoots, and I met with other vendors and did networking events, and that's how I got my name out there.
Okay. And what's something that someone should consider before starting their own business?
have what you want your clients to see. Meaning, I'm now a year and a half, and now I'm freaking out about what is my goal. I don't have a set guideline of what I want. I don't have how many exact days and stuff like that before and when they contacted me and stuff like that. So now I'm tracking back and like, okay, I'm only available between 5 and 10 at night to reach me. Setting those guidelines of your expectations and finding a lawyer to actually do a legal audit of your contract or have them draft one is very important. Just in case if something happens, you want to make sure that you have that.
Okay, and then the last question is, what is the hardest part of being a business owner?
Being responsible for everything, meaning taxes, with your accountant, making sure that you set that stuff up. But at the same time, you're worried about Jane's wedding next weekend. So setting up those times and having these conversations with vendors before, and then when you're investing into other education and conferences, making sure that you set that money aside or going with a clear mind instead of worrying about everything. Just going on the day-to-day basis of networking, and spending that time to network with other people, plant without shoes, and just investing into your business to make it what you want.
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much for speaking to me. This
You're welcome.
really helped me a lot with my project. Thank you.
Good.
Have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye.